Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Better Connecticut. I'm Kara Sundlin.
Back at it again. Scott Haney, nice to see you.
Nice to see you after a beautiful
Did you put the
sunny
picture in
weekend.
of the equine farm?
Oh, I didn't. But how was your weekend?
It was good. I planted yesterday. I spent a ton of money at Moscarillo's in West Hartford.
Oh, yes. We go there, too. I have black weed paper, but I haven't put it down yet.
Yes, I spent a lot of money, and I got a lot of good plants, and I spent 7 hours in the garden yesterday.
Here, in your condo?
Yeah.
You don't really have a garden.
But I have all pots.
Took you 7 hours for the pots on the deck?
I had to go and buy everything.
Okay.
All the pots that I had froze in the winter, and they all cracked. All the ceramic pots. I couldn't believe it. I spent a fortune on them, so next year I'm bringing them in.
We did a lot of that this week, too. We did the... I was trying to get my son Julian to learn how to edge, so we did some mulching and stuff like that.
Your hair's on your mic, sorry.
It is?
Yes.
Oh.
It's literally clipped in there.
Do you hear me better now?
Well, put it behind you.
Gosh,
There you
you're so
go.
picky.
There you go.
All right.
Now you look
anyway,
better, too.
So we did a lot of that as well. But if you saw on Friday, every Friday we do great things to do in Connecticut with Renee Danino, and she mentioned that the Connecticut Draft Horse Farm was going to be having an event and showing their draft horses and all that. And we've been trying to say, like, let's just go see a new town or do something on the weekends with the kids. So we went and we saw the draft horses, and I made really good friends with Marshmallow. I'll put a picture on Facebook, and you can look at that later. He's a special guy. He needs maybe a really special home if he were to be adopted. But a lot of these horses were saved from slaughter, and it's just a really pretty thing to go out to East Hampton.
And the stories that they come with is just unbelievable, and the good work that they do. Speaking of animals, a male orangutan has taken on an unusual role as the mother in a Denver zoo. And Kara, they say that male orangutans don't take on the role of mother. The mother suddenly died, and the orangutan is 2 and needed a mother, and the father stepped in.
Yes, which, you would think, hey, of course you're the dad, but I guess they don't normally do that. But this dad orangutan has really stepped up to the plate. He's been carrying the baby around, cuddling him, feeding him.
Lets him bite him on the chin.
He's so cute. He's a very attentive and protective father, they say.
That's so awesome.
Which they're really happy to see because the poor baby lost his mom.
I know, unexpectedly died at 32.
Oh.
She leaves behind a 10-year-old and a 2-year-old.
And he snuggles them when she sleeps. And
I know, it's so cute.
Good
so
daddy
adorable.
out there.
Absolutely
See?
Gorgeous.
Even in the wild, it's changing, which is very nice.
Dogs can test, well, certain dogs, Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and Cocker Spaniels, they have something in common. They can detect COVID in people.
This is so interesting. I didn't really realize. I mean,
I guess the
we
smell?
don't smell, but dogs can smell a certain scent that indicates a person is positive for COVID. And they've studied it, and these breeds actually can determine by how a person smells if they're COVID positive.
Actually, I have to be honest with you. When you had it, you smelled a little differently. You did.
You wouldn't
stunk.
know because you were quarantined from me.
You stunk.
I wasn't here.
Now look at these dogs. They're being tested. They go up to the one with the COVID scent on it, and they're like, yeah, this is the one. He's like, come over here. Give me a treat now.
That's wild, huh?
Isn't that wild? Absolutely.
I mean, I guess we've heard of them being able to smell other diseases, different levels of cancer. And
so I guess they'll put them in airports and like sniff people out and like, hey, you got the vid. You got to get off the plane. I don't know.
I don't know.
And who knows what's going to happen.
There's a lot of implications we'd have to think about.
A lot of implications.
Bob Dylan is celebrating his 80th birthday.
You know where I heard this?
Where?
The Answer. I heard it in the wind.
80 years old. He's making 80 look good.
80. God bless him.
Yeah, 80 years old. Certainly one of the most influential songwriters.
Didn't he win a Nobel Peace Prize? Yeah, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature. And I don't think he showed up to get it either. I think he was just like, yeah, that's nice. Pass it along. He also won an Oscar. He's just,
He just recently released a new album called Rough and Rowdy Days back in 2020.
Isn't it amazing?
He's still a rocker.
He's still a rocker. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Not a big publicity guy.
Not a big publicity. He shies away from publicity. But God bless him. 80 years old, still going.
So cool scene out in Venice, as in Italy. A lot of things were put on hold, but now they had their regatta.
Yeah, how do you say that? Vogalonga?
Vogalonga, I guess, yeah, but they're out there doing their thing in Venice again.
It's a certain type of row that they have to do.
Look at them.
It's not.
Oh, look how cute they are.
See, it's like they're standing. It's not a sitting row.
Probably really good for your abs.
And they have this competition. It probably really is. They have this competition that started back in the 70s. And normally there's about 2,100 boats, but this year because of COVID, there was only 500 boats. But people came out and saw them and cheered them on. And there was even one elderly lady who was in one of the boats, and she was rocking along. God bless her.
You know what I have to say about that?
What?
Bravissima.
Bravissima! Che cosa fai? Dov'è la biblioteca?
So,
We have to mention this too. Speaking of people doing great things at great ages.
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson. He won the tournament yesterday, age 50.
oh, really?
Yeah, he won. He's like the oldest man to ever win a golf tournament. I forget which. It was a PGA major.
Okay.
Phil Mickelson, PGA championship.
Well, good for him.
50 years old, and he won the whole
50's
thing.
been there 30, so.
God bless. There's still hope. You're telling me there's a chance. I can start
You're young.
swinging the golf clubs now.
You're a baby.
Yeah, and I think Jamie told us he thinks that he won the Travelers 3 times. Who knows?
Okay.
That sounds right to me.
And the Travelers Championship is coming up pretty soon.
Coming up pretty soon.
Crowds get to go back. All right, so if you're trying to date during the pandemic, that's been a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
So now the dating apps, some of the most popular ones, are actually partnering with information that's available from the White House and the CDC, and you're going to be able to determine who's vaccinated.
And it's free.
And it's free. It's a way they're going to give people incentives to do it as well.
Right.
Because right now we're at about just under 40%.
48% of the population has received at least one dose.
At least one. And I think fully vaccinated is about 40%. And
Yeah.
President Biden wants to get to 70% by July 4th.
Okay, it's a pretty hefty goal.
You're going to, on all the apps that you already know, like Tinder, Hinge, Cupid, Bumble, all those,
Okay,
they're
Cupid.
giving all these different
I
incentives
think I tried
you can get.
Cupid. I didn't try Bumble. It sounds like a Bumble. It sounds like just like
I think Bumble,
sounds like a dumb
I'm out of
name.
this scene too long. Isn't Bumble the one where it was created by a woman so women find men? Yeah.
Oh, so the women decide who
I
they're
think
going to
so.
pick instead of, that's why I was never on that one. I don't think I've ever been on Tinder or Hinge either.
I'm not sure the women are looking for you.
I think I was on Plenty of Fish.
Oh, that's cool.
That's another one too.
All right.
Anyway.
So we're getting closer to be able to just go on a vacation to space.
Yes, Kara's going to be out there 55 miles high in the sky.
I mean, this is so exciting, but it's a rocket plane called Unity, and it's going into space, and they've already sold tickets for about $200,000. 600 people have bought them, and you'll get to go up into space.
Do you believe this?
Now, I don't have the $200,000, but when
You
those
do have
tickets
the
come,
desire.
I do have the desire. I think it'd be really cool to go to space. As long as I knew it was safe and you got to come back, but for sure.
I'm going to change the song. Rocket Kara, burning on us without head the wall.
Now, you're just going out of the
words.
atmosphere, so they're not sending you to Mars or anything like that.
No, you're just
Basically,
going,
it's a
you're
rocket
going,
ship.
but you're still going out of this world.
Yeah.
Right? It's terrific.
You have no desire? You wouldn't want to do that?
I'm pretty good. Maybe. If I knew that the pilot was trained and, and I knew everything was
Yeah,
going to
I'm not
be
saying I want to be
okay.
the first one going up, but I think
Right,
it'd
I'll
be
be
really
like
cool
the
someday
third.
if it's like, hey, Memorial Day weekend, you want to go to space? That'd be cool.
Okay, well, hey, what are you doing? Want to go with me? We're going to space.
They have this really cool, it's like fireworks, but you get to see them above Earth. That'd
It's
be
really
fun.
awesome. All right, and there's a piece of movie history, one that goes very fast. You may have your chance on. It's the car. The first, in the movie, the Fast and Furious, the franchise is going on the auction block. It's the Toyota Supra, driven by the late Paul Walker. Look at this thing. It's going up on the auction
Pretty
block,
wild,
Kara.
huh? That you could drive
You might
that.
need $200,000 for this or more.
It's the Barrett Jackson's big auto auction in Vegas, and so I'm sure someone is going to want it. But how much do we think it's going to go for?
I don't know.
We don't really know.
Doesn't really tell.
Probably, it's got to be 6 figures, right?
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you say, our director, Adam, says at least $1 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably never seen the street, right? They use several of them.
Pretty cool looking.
Pretty cool looking. I'd park it in the driveway and say, hey, look at this. I'd never drive it. But anyway, Paul Walker was killed in a car accident, believe it or not, in 2013 at the age of 40. So that might even add, it's posthumous. He drove the car, so maybe that adds even more to the element.
Yeah.
You never know.
Some big music awards over the weekend, and Gabby Barrett took home top country female artist.
Okay.
Yeah, and also Pink took home an Icon Award.
Yeah, and she went up there in space with her 9-year-old.
Which we're going to see a little bit.
Doing acrobats. She's amazing.
She's amazing. And Drake was honored as the Artist of the Decade. So a lot of big awards went, but I think we have some video of Pink with her daughter.
There she is.
There they are doing their...
Her daughter's 9. She's like, get in. We're going for a ride.
I love it.
Do you believe this?
That's so fun.
Are they tethered to something, or
Well,
it's just...
it's kind of, that's what she does, right? It's almost like aerial yoga, but to the nth degree. And Pink is known for this. And she got her award given to her by John Bon Jovi, who was
she
her
loved.
crush
Right, I
when
love
she was
that.
about her daughter's age.
Now, could you imagine if they got a goat up there? That would be goat flying yoga.
Goat flying yoga.
I love that. There would be the daughter, Pink, and a goat.
I don't know if the goat would like to go up there.
I don't think the goat would like to go up there either, but nonetheless,
All right.
there's Pink. She looks great. Look, John Bon Jovi!
He's amazing. You know, it was only a few years ago, before the pandemic, maybe 2-3 years ago, that I got to see him in concert. And that man, nothing has changed. He's
Nothing.
still
Rocking
sings
it
the
out.
same, rocks the same. He's so
Yeah.
physical on stage. I mean, he's amazing, in amazing shape.
He does look a little older.
He's got the
but-
gray now.
Yeah, but you know,
He
the
still
funny
has
thing,
amazing teeth.
Pink said she accepted this award and as his apology for not dating her
When
you
she
know,
was 8.
When she was 8 years old.
And he got married.
And he got married.
To his
so.
longtime wife. All right.